It's fine. Everything's fine. It's all fine.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Back.
Spell bacon as wrong as you possibly can.
The letter Q.
Bacon.
Bacon.
Okay, the quest was to spell bacon, so it needs to still equal bacon, but you need to spell it as wrong as you possibly can. So it's not make bacon, it's make bacon, but make it as wrong as you possibly can.
Fair enough.
Bakin.
That's a good example.
Replace the bacon with Canadian bacon.
That did nothing to the spelling. You're not very good at following instructions, are you?
Was I literally saying earlier? Nobody follows any of the instructions I give.
How about this?
Is something the matter, Zim?
That's VatCon.
I love this remix of Megalovania.
Hmm. Well,
Hmm.
A wise decision.
hmm.
I was trying to get a hold of Redo. He isn't answering his phone. He's not answering my attempt to call him through Discord.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Well, I've encountered a complication on my own end.
What happened?
A map I had specially made for today's session will not open in Fantasy Grounds because it's a PNG file.
Ooh.
I had to go find it in assets instead of images. So that certainly spoils the surprise. I'll have to figure out something else.
I'm pretty sure no one's gone into the assets to just
Yeah.
root around.
I had to. I couldn't find it any other way inside Fantasy Grounds.
No. I'm saying the players here.
Yeah.
We have no idea what the thing is because we don't go into assets unless we're like.
But now
Where's
that
the
you
world map?
mentioned it, not really. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the stream. I am Lazim, and this is Guild Tales Dungeons and Dragons. I will turn it over now to our illustrious Dungeon Master, Dusty.
Greetings and good days, viewers new and old, and welcome to the setting of Rav.
Real quick, Jaffer did point out something you can do on the server. Open it in Paint, save it as the file as the JPEG. At least I'm pretty sure the server has Paint in it.
I'll give it a go. All right.
A magnanimous dispensation.
And the donation goal has already been completed. Thank you so much, Toshibe. If my keyboard would stop double typing, that would be great.
Reda just checked his icon, so it seems he is here. I just don't know why he's not responding.
Maybe he's on push to talk.
Sorry, I just got back.
There we go. Welcome back, Hunt. Welcome back, Reda.
Anyways, Dusty, if you would be so kind.
Certainly. This is the setting of Ravnica, a city in the wide and expansive world of Magic the Gathering. And honestly, just finding a time period was a trial. So I'm going to probably ignore most of the Magic lore and just focus on this one setting, please and thank you. Planeswalkers beware. I have Wrath. If you try some special fuckery. However, you have all been assigned, one way or another, a job in District 4. Your client, whom you have gathered to meet, is in a building about 2 streets down from the assignment's location. Hello?
Yes,
I hear you.
we exist.
Pardon? I've just disconnected. Okay, and I'm back. Okay, weird. Anyway.
I didn't even start you disconnecting.
Yeah, same. I didn't could hear clearly.
Yes. Yes. Wait. Your client appears to be a badger, of all things. Tall and very disgruntled looking, wearing an apron as if he'd been just chased out of a kitchen. Before
I
looking
mean,
at
to be fair, what badger ever looks happy?
True enough. I mean, he doesn't have a mushroom, so that's already 1 point in the negatives.
I do not get this reference.
It's an old, stupid internet joke. Anyway.
Yeah. Back in its heyday.
He looks over the motley group before him and asks, "So, this is what they sent me. Alright, who are you?" And this
Well,
would be when the
I
character
am,
introduces.
I am Nimotar. Nimotar Bonejump, if you wish. This is my compatriot Silver here. Yeah, hi! Nim is a sentient feral canine. He is a wolf, and a wizard. Otherwise, he's got brown fur. He's got another wolf with him, with white fur. And that's about all that can really be determined from him. Though he does have leather armor with little wooden slats built into it.
Weird, but okay, I guess.
Graham will step up, despite being probably like the shortest person here, probably besides Nim because he's on all fours. And he'll be like,
Actually, Nim, even on all fours, is taller than you.
Oh,
Wolves
really?
are big.
Noble wolves, anyway.
Well, actual wolves are. Noble wolves are bigger.
actual wolves on all fours do not. I don't think they exceed like 4 feet in height normally.
It depends on the version.
Maybe if you're like one of those like Alaskan Malamute things that are like the size of a person.
Either way, he is medium size, whereas you are small.
Yes, but you're also still on all fours. Which makes you bigger than me, just not taller than me.
He's looking at you hungrily.
Oh no.
Cannibalism
He'll
will be
be like,
discouraged and punished.
I'm Graham Ashfell.
Alright.
I'm from the Selesnya conclave.
Were we supposed to say where we're coming from?
I appreciate it, because you just look like a wild mutt, kinda.
I
Not gonna lie, you look like an attack dog.
I beg your pardon. That is rude.
Is it wrong?
You don't hear me talking about how scruffy you look.
Well, I didn't
And
say
gosh, that
scruffy.
smell.
I
You
just...
really need a bath.
But yes, Graham is a albino rabbit with wearing a little bit of armor plating over top of kind of like ceremonial robe kind of things, but very simple and played down. Gray, go! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it!
Do I know you?
No, this is me as a player telling you to go, so there's not silence.
Yes, next person, since Graham seems to have finished his introductions.
Very well. My name
Hello there.
is Trey. I'm with the Azurius Senate.
My name is Markov, and I'm with the Is It Guild.
Describe your characters as well.
Well, I was going to, but then someone else started talking, and I was like, oh, he's responding to me, and then I was like, no, this is another character. Cray is a black corvid of sorts. He stands very tall, normal tall, like, 6 feet. He himself is wearing various vestments upon himself. Just some simple sort of robes, but they do bear the Azurius colors of the white, blue, and golden trim. And of course, around his neck, there are these large beads, though engraved on the frontmost one is the symbol of the Azorius. He looks at the badger, having introduced himself.
Well, alright. Looks like I'm gonna get a colorful cast today, aren't I? Jeez, why couldn't it just been one guild? Why didn't everyone get in on this one?
Elaming is far we want had over his chest plate and introduces himself. I am Elaming for the Boros legions. I am a simple fox who simply wishes to see justice be served.
Guess I can respect that. I guess.
Yeah, I am a red fox that is wearing give me a moment, I need to check what kind of armor I'm wearing.
Right.
Chainmail. He's a fox paladin that's wearing chainmail at the moment and wields all sorts of polearms to battle.
Nothing especially wrong with that, I suppose.
I'll take that as a compliment. I'm introducing myself.
Alright, who's next then?
I think Lockett is the
Mark-
last one.
Markov, describe your
Oh.
character for the audience.
For sure. My character is a dragonborn fighter who resides in the Izzet Guild. He wears a chain plate armor, he wields a warhammer, and a shield.
What a destructive group I've assembled for this little job of mine.
Did everyone introduce themselves?
Yes, I think so.
That should be everybody.
Alright.
So if I could inquire, what guild are you from?
Me? I'm with the Boros.
Noble enough.
Welcome
It is
to Precinct 4.
Nim is kind
I
of
don't
just
know.
sitting there looking confused at everybody.
Something wrong? Nim?
Well, I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about with guilds and stuff.
You belong to the Gruul or something, don't you?
The who, what now?
Sarah, I
Bart.
think a stray might have gotten inside.
Are you guildless? He asks, like, looking a little offended by you.
Guildless? I really don't understand what you're talking about.
Graham will inspect Nim for any kind of guild insignias that may be slapped on him somewhere.
There is one for the Gruul, attached to his armor on his midsection.
Like, yep, he's from the Gruul. Might
Cool.
explain a bit.
Alright.
Are those
You're
the
just
people
dumb.
that?
Okay, I get it.
I was going to assume if he wasn't Gruul, he might have been Cynic. Of course,
Seems like
not
Cynic.
obviously not aware of it.
Why cynic?
How? Oh, Gruul are crazy. It's fine.
Intent to kill intensifies.
Let's go, Mutt. Anyway, I need you here to I see.
What do you see?
Roll initiative, guys.
You're killing the quest giver before he gave you the quest.
First thing we do. First thing we do. We haven't we've given our introductions and we've already rolled the tech roll. First
Graham
thing
is
we
gonna
do.
just try to grab Nim by the scruff and try to pull him back, as unlikely as that's going to be.
Nim is giving him a nip for 1 point of damage.
Alright, maybe you should have clarified that first before you rolled an attack.
Non-lethal nip.
No, it was very much lethal, but it was only 1 point of damage.
Okay.
Purposely
What?
1 point.
Alright, where is he?
I would appreciate it if you respect me more than that.
I think the DM is pulling up his stats so he can hit you back in kind.
Nim is very much a bitey little wolf that is not happy
Graham
when
looks
people
at
jerks.
at the Senate guy and is just like he's like just motioning with his paws like between you and the wolf that just bit someone, Mr. Law Officer.
Let's see. How do I roll this? I guess I'll just have to roll it myself.
Ah, my bad. My parents are just unannounced.
Manually.
What happened?
Let's see.
I think at this point, Graham is just like, are you really not going to do anything about this, Cray? Your whole thing is literally law and order. That's your guild's whole thing, man.
Yeah.
Shush.
He took out a cleaver and took a swipe at you. Thankfully, a 15 does not reach your AC.
It appears to be resolving itself.
You little fucker.
You are a sad member of your guild, and bring shame on it.
Nim will turn around, his head is held high, and just take a few steps away.
I'm a librarian. Besides, one took a swing at one and the other took the swing at another. And now they seem to have resolved it.
I dislike you.
Fine enough. We'll call that even, I guess.
You don't know me.
I suppose that's what you call equivalent. I suppose that's what you call equivalent exchange.
Anyway, please go alone on this mission, and I'll give you the full reward. He's looking at Nim exclusively. And then, after 10 minutes pass, the rest of you can go. How's that sound?
Wait, what?
Works for me.
If we be adventurers, let us
What's the reward?
What does Nim know about rewards?
Okay.
Maybe treats?
Dog. Do you
I am
know...
a wolf.
Do you know money?
Oh, is that shiny stuff you guys always try and push around on each other? I'll pass.
Yes, that's what it is.
Well, alright then. Works for me. Anyway, 10 gold each for, rescuing my tavern.
From
goblins.
Well, sounds simple enough.
Do you have the contract?
Here's my condition. I like the building intact.
Again, sounds simple enough. At least for me.
I don't know. One of you's from the Is It?
I will have to. I will have to abstain from using fire this time around. Then.
Alright, I'll hold you to that.
Do you have the written contract?
Yes.
Excellent.
So now you care about the laws. It figures you'd be a paper pusher.
I'm a librarian, yes. I was going to explain that to you a moment ago, but people kept talking.
Oh, don't worry about it too much. Cruel barbarians invade this place all the time. There's nobody who is not unarmed at all times. Next time I'll get you, dog. Next time I'll get you.
And I am a wolf.
Dog. Maybe once you get some dignity, I'll respect you.
Mm-hmm. Please don't rise him up. It's not gonna end well.
You speak like you know this one.
I'm not. I don't know him personally, but I have a feeling.
Just from today's experience.
Yeah, there's something about him that just it gives me a gut feeling.
Are you sure it's not the? Are you sure it's not like the pang of a headache starting, like me? Yeah, that's what I'm getting here. Anyways, where's your tavern?
It's over there, past the tortilla boy. It's
Over
All right.
there, he says.
Past the
two
what?
streets down. Go straight, third right. Then keep walking, and it should be the building that looks damaged and boarded up.
Should be easy to spot then. We should get going before.
No wonder why you have goblins. I mean, let's get going.
They did that.
Grant will
board
start
something
walking towards the bar or tavern.
That's strangely civilized for goblins.
All right. Best of luck to you.
Real
Except
quick,
to you.
Jaffer, in regards to your influence, I have received in PM a response with no uncertain terms, no slivers.
Slivers are evil and slivers are sly, and if you get eaten,
But
then
there be
Yes.
slivers.
No. No slivers.
Oh, I love slivers.
I want slivers.
No. They will be an antagonist only.
About Eldrazi.
No, the influence was just for a sliver to be watching over us eerily.
Certainly.
I still don't like that. Anyway.
I think he just wants to avoid the quote unquote gateway drug of just a sliver being present in any way, shape, or form at this current juncture.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure slivers are from Zendikar too, which is a completely different plane.
Eldrazi are from Zendikar. Slivers are Dominaria.
Oh.
Good to know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Alright. I will share the map. It's a bit more bare bones than the one whatever. Share record.
Ooh, yellow squares.
The best kind of squares.
That's grass.
Oh.
That's also kind of more of a green than a yellow.
Alright. Now, what in the world?
What happened?
Can't drag and drop you onto this map for some reason.
Are you dragging and dropping from the combat striker?
Yeah. Where are you trying to drag and drop us from?
Hold on. There we go, that works.
The grid is slightly off
Worked
kilter.
now. What?
The hell?
What is... What? Huh?
Interesting.
What the hell is this?
Keep doing
Why
it.
is it doing this?
Sam, you're laughing too much.
Okay, Cray.
Yeet.
Oh,
Click, 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 click.
I moved 250 feet exactly like... Oh.
What is going on there?
all right, no map. Theater of the mind, because you can't behave. And to think I made this map for this session. Well, I didn't make it. I had it made.
So unappreciative.
Did you, though?
Yes, he did.
He did.
Well, then use it.
No. Not anymore.
You've gone and ruined it, Craig. Good going.
Woot.
I am DM here.
I'm Gold King, ruiner of things.
I noticed.
Every
Previous
party
DM.
pooper. They invited you. Party pooper. Party pooper.
So, anyways, we arrive at tavern, I assume.
You arrive outside the tavern, and it does, in fact, seem to be boarded up.
Oh
Now, children, I will share once more. Will you behave and use the map?
I don't know, I need a map.
Absolutely not.
Well, I appreciate your honesty.
We'll just have to launch Cray into the sun, sadly.
No, he goes down the well first, then to the lake, then to the pit of death, then into the stratosphere, then he goes to the sun.
Oh, there's a
Falling,
bit of death now.
then launch.
Speaking
I
of-
like it.
Well, there he goes. Oh, he's back.
Well, that was quick.
I'm a monk. I have good reflexes.
He does have the monk reflexes, I guess.
True.
Alright, you are all on the bottom left of the map. Now, Moriarty, are you... I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
Waiting for what?
I see. Very well, then.
You know that's a thing you can turn off, too, right?
No, I don't. I'm very unfamiliar with many of my tools.
This is an excellent time to check them out.
Afterwards, I have other more pressing things to research. However, I've also canceled your stupid move. So, which way would you like to go? Towards the front and push your way through?
A question, do we see more than 10 feet in front of our faces?
You can see everything that I've highlighted. Oh, is there a large just patch of dark void? Alright, how do I center this?
Yeah, we have like a little L of green grass we can see, and then we can see literally nothing else.
Yes. You will see more as you move. More will be revealed as you move.
Okay, what is directly north? Like, the thing is, I don't know which direction the door is.
The front door is to the southeast.
We kind of need a little bit more. So to the north there is a wall, I'm guessing. Where we started. Yes? No?
Yes,
Maybe?
that is correct.
Okay. I found the door.
No, hot take. Normally what I do is I reveal just enough so that you can physically see the wall.
I thought I had.
I found the wall.
Fair enough.
To be fair, the server does lag a bit, so it can be difficult to be very precise.
Exactly.
The wall is boarded up. There are boards across it, and it does seem lodged. Like something is behind the door. What will you do?
You got a hammer. If you want to take that route.
Oh, there you go. Go for it.
Markov, you're in a super position.
Heck yeah, alright. I'm gonna go up and hit the door with my hammer.
Okay.
I figure out how to move to set door.
Wait. The person told us not to destroy the building.
We're not destroying the building, we're destroying the door.
The door is part of the building.
Well, we have to break a couple legs.
I like the way he thinks. Let's break it open. He was a jerk anyways.
To be fair, the term used in the contract was building, which would be the entirety of the structure.
We have to crack a couple eggs to make an omelet. Let's do this.
I see no illegalities here.
Please don't take that way of thinking to its logical extreme.
Too late.
That depends on the logical extremity.
I have to roll for damage, or do I hit, or is there a certain check I need to make?
Just roll it. Usually we roll an attack and then roll damage since you're using your weapon. If you want to force the door open, then you roll strength.
Gotcha. Alright.
Graham, are you trying to listen in?
Oh.
I noticed you've rolled perception. Since you're rolling advantage, that means you're trying to hear.
Graham continues to not say anything.
Maybe he's muted.
Oh.
Graham?
Welcome back.
He's here, but he's not talking. There he is.
There you are.
Anyways, so what do I hear? Because I am specifically trying to hear.
Well, inside you do hear scuttling around.
I think there might be slivers in there.
I don't think slithers scuttle.
I don't think Nim knows what slivers is. He doesn't even know what's going on.
I wasn't actually saying that in character.
The slightest noise. Sliver? I think it's a sliver.
Is the door even locked?
Door is not locked.
Graham will just push the door open. Why?
It doesn't move. There's something behind it. There's something.
Okay. Well, how about we break out one of the boarded up windows?
No destruction to the building.
The boards are a thing that the goblins have added to said building. I'm pretty sure we can break those boards.
Fine.
Oh no, one of you is being logical. Whatever will we do?
Alright. Markov, go smash one of the windows open so we can jump in and
Where is this set window?
I'm assuming there's probably several, but yes, Digi, where are windows at?
Well, I didn't mark them down, but they are along the walls, so there are plenty to pick from, actually.
Wonderful.
Also, we should probably go in from the back.
I mean, I'm fairly certain they already know we're here. We haven't exactly been stealthy about coming up to this door.
But
goblin-
you already smacked it once. I'm pretty sure they know we're here.
The goblins are likely uncaring, being chaotic creatures.
Suppose that's true, but still.
Yeah, I would just prefer to whatever ambush they're setting up, at least throw a small wrench into it.
So you're trying to open up a window then?
Just with my hammer.
Yes.
Okay. Roll an attack if you're trying to like smash through, or roll strength if you're trying to pry off the wood board.
I'm gonna straight up hit it with my hammer.
Okay.
Oh. What does that give me?
These boards are stuck on pretty tight, but like you're feeling like maybe your hammer's getting stuck between the board and the actual glass.
Graham will be like, okay, enough of this. And he'll do this. Oh, wait.
Do what?
Well,
that's just the roll to hit.
You shatter the glass, the boards remain, and they're screaming from inside.
Hello there, I'm here to talk about your car's extended warranty.
Kill it!
What the hell are the AC of these makeshift like boards on the window?
I mean, as they are in fact targets on top of something else, if you were targeting the whole thing, you could just destroy it. However, since it's precise targeting, I'm
Oh no, I'm just trying to blow out the window, man.
Oh, completely and entirely. Alright, roll damage then. Let me see it. Let me see the effect. Let me see.
Most inanimate objects, or most objects that cannot dodge, or things like that, do have just a straight AC of 10. Or 5, depending.
Oh, nice. So, Graham just barely made it. Also, nice.
Oh yeah, no. Your blast tears through the wood and glass, and you get said reaction. But now you have a hole inside. Now, excuse me while I reveal that. And
luckily, I have mending. I can fix this.
Yes. Very good. Now, why aren't you?
We have influence.
All right. Ah, I see. All right, but just one.
Yeah, that one's allowable. No, it's just up to you how many.
No. Yes. Since it's only a moderate, just one.
Sounds good.
However, this will have some interesting effects. Okay, who is around the window?
I'm trying to make my way. Oh yeah, I'm at the window. We're gonna get a hammer.
Right, yes you are. Hold on. Why isn't this working?
Also, if you hold shift while doing the reveal tool, I believe that allows you to do something that's not a box. It might be shift or control. But it kind of allows you to draw a cone from a point. It's kind of cool.
Ah, neat. Sorry. The things I've set up yesterday are sort of breaking and not working. Such as things are not getting guarded.
Tiene como si fuese that always.
Anyway. Back to the map. Alright. Markov and Graham.
Oh, so that's what the window is.
Yes, that is the window that Graham has blasted open.
Totally thought it was a door. My bad.
No, the door is like next to Element.
Oh.
A goblin comes to the window, and it's holding something. And it looks delighted to see you.
Huh?
And it looks delighted to see you.
Oh.
As it explodes.
Oh. Thinking I was gonna say hi. Yeesh.
Welcome to the Goblin Grenade. Now, please, both of you, roll me a dexterity saving throw to try to escape this unexpected kamikaze. As it blows open the wall much more thoroughly now. Alright. You both pass. Now, let's see. You only take 1 damage. Thank goodness. As there is now... This is no longer a window. You could put a door here now.
Protect the building, they said.
Well, so much for protecting the building.
I don't think mending can fix this.
Nope. Probably not. But hey, you've got a great other door now.
Graham is now pissed.
Well, look on the bright side. It wasn't. It's not like we did that damage, but still.
I'ma walk in the building. Bring me into the building.
The others hear the detonation and can come around if they wish.
Alright, are there any, I don't...
Be right back for a second.
Door.
Okay.
Aren't we also kind of just standing right there?
Yes, the front door is barred, though, and you have not unbarred it or found out what was behind it and done something about that. You could force the door open if you like.
Graham is just going to go through the giant goddamn opening.
So where's the window? Because the two people who rolled dexterity were Markov, who's by the door, and Graham, who's over here. And there's like 10 feet between them and elements between them, and I'm kind of confused.
I guess I'm gonna come for a little while, okay?
Okay.
Oh. Also, I don't know why, but I have to keep clicking these check marks every time you move to like see where you currently are.
You should definitely turn that thing off so we can just move ourselves.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know where you turn that off at, but if it can be turned off, you should.
Yeah, I think you
There
should.
is an option to turn it off. I don't remember where it is either.
God damn it.
Just right click on some shit.
What?
It would probably be in options. What it would be called, I have no clue.
Okay, so we're all going through the door.
Jaffer says right-click the map and unlock tokens.
Right-click the map and unlock tokens. All right. Sounds fine by me. Ah, there we go.
Wonderful.
All right.
Yay! We can
I
move them.
You can all just file into the building however you like, because the goblins appear to have scattered. After one just went and detonated himself, after not throwing a grenade.
Enemy is going to go towards the door to try and remove the bars.
Actually, the bars were on the front of the door, but it opened inward. What's behind the door is a table.
Okay, then enemy is going to remove the table. I don't think I need a check for that, do I?
No, you don't. It's just a table.
Grandma will just be like, "Why? There's literally a giant hole in the wall, right next to the door."
We're gonna need to fix that before we turn in our quest, aren't we?
I mean, that wasn't part of our contract.
He did say he didn't want the building to be destroyed.
Well, a little damage here and there will be acceptable.
More area.
Well,
also, I don't think any of us are like masons or anything like that, so
yeah, let me go to remove the table anyway and open the door.
I'm not a mason, but I can cook.
I got a hammer.
That is completely irrelevant here, Nim. Anyways, what do we see whenever we get in
would
here?
like to know.
A disheveled-looking tavern, for starters. Everything looks like it was knocked over, grabbed, like half-eaten. Like they looked like they were celebrating before some people started barging in.
Gee, what assholes.
And now they've scattered off to somewhere, the remaining ones anyway.
I guess what's down this hallway here? On the left.
By all means, investigate.
Well, I see a door, so I feel like we should go down. We should hit up that door first and see if it's locked.
Dibs.
Wait.
All right.
Go down the spooky hallway.
Does that more influence him?
Grandma will be like, if you explode...
It's fine. Everything's fine. I already exploded once today. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
Oh, what are those things? I see a thing.
You see a hallway and 4 rooms that look like guest rooms.
Oh. Cool.
Which door would you like to open first? There's 4 of them.
I'm gonna wait for everyone to get here first, seeing how everyone's keeping their distance from me.
Graham will make his way over here. Also, you're like between the grid.
Heck yeah.
Yes, the superposition.
Heck yeah. I can be in between grids too.
Yeah, he's real super, all right.
All right, check the first door, right? Is that the game plan? Is that what we want to do?
Might as well.
Cool, cool.
Search and clear.
I open the door.
All right, there's another goblin there who screams and runs forward with, wait, you've seen this before. Fuck.
I close the door as quick as I can.
Roll dexterity.
Save or just a normal dexterity?
Straight dexterity.
Gotcha.
If you're trying to close the door fast, yes. You smack him so far with the door. You smack him so hard with the door, slamming it shut, that he bounces off it and just sails back into the room, and then you hear it detonate.
Alright, someone open the next door. I don't want to do this game.
You might as well open up the door and make sure. I mean, at this point, I'm pissed off at these goblins. I'm not gonna. I don't think we should leave survivors.
Alright. Alright, door number 2. Here we go.
Alright, so do you open door number 1? Do you open?
I'm gonna
leave it shut.
This one. I'm gonna slowly open this one. Be a stealthy one for this one.
Alright.
Roll stealth.
Yeah, roll stealth, yes.
Gotcha.
Alright, so just to be clear, you're leaving door 1 shut.
Yep, that one's still closed.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
You go for the door handle. It sort of falls off, and you tumble forward, slamming into the door and bringing it down with you as you tumble into the room.
Guys, I'm in the room.
Thankfully, it's empty. There is no goblin here, and it just looks like a room that has yet to be touched. Like, the bed is neatly made, like, nobody's been here.
I'm gonna look underneath the bed.
There is no goblin.
Alright,
Good.
next.
No. Alright. Door number 3. I'm just gonna open this one since stealth failed last time on me.
Or someone else could do it, guys.
No, I'm having fun. Watch him.
I insist. I am the professional door opener. Do not take this position away from me. How dare you?
Okay.
I'm watching our backs, and the thing sneaks up on us. After all, there's
Yeah,
many other rooms in here.
see, everyone's participating in something.
Graham will be like, is there a reason why the guy from the Nerd Guild is our door opener for some reason?
Well, leave it to the Izzet to be in charge of destruction on both occasions.
I can shoot lightning out of my breath.
Anyway.
I'm gonna open the door.
How shall you open this door?
I think he just said he was
As
just
casual as
it.
possible.
The door's locked.
Oh, hammer time.
Alright,
Please call
roll
for
it.
hammer.
You know, if you have a problem with the Izzet individual opening the doors, why don't you open some?
Alright. Damage, if you please.
I mean, he seems to really want this.
You just
Otherwise,
knock
I would.
off its hinges.
My hammer craves for structures.
And then, as your hammer finds purchase, you realize, wait, they left the key in the handle. Oops. Or they left
Yes,
it
perception checks.
Perhaps some of you should roll these at some point. Perhaps.
Graham
you
has
should
given up
prompt us at
trying to
some point.
corral these wet cats.
But anyway, this room is also just like the second one. Neat and looks like nobody's been here, except for... Looks like someone left some laundry on the floor. Maybe they just haven't gotten to that yet.
Alright, Graham's gonna come down here, check the door to see if there's a goddamn key in it.
No, This door looks fine.
Alright.
Hesitated when he said that. Don't trust it.
Yes. Let's see. Do I have any things for this?
I don't know. Do you have a perception roll?
I do. Let's see. I will listen to the other side of the door. And I should roll at advantage, but I rolled a 20, so it doesn't matter.
Yes. Yes, in fact, the other side of this door feels silent, or the other sounds silent. But with your superior hearing, you can sort of hear like the skittering of goblins, like grabbing something from another part of the building.
I'm guessing it's the other door.
You mean the one with that the goblin exploded inside of?
I don't know. You tell me.
No, it sounds much further away than that.
Yeah, I meant the first door, like in the main lobby area.
Very probably.
Alright, Graham will start heading back there and is like, okay, I hear goblins. Follow me.
Let me
What was
follow.
in that door?
I didn't hear anything, and if you haven't noticed, most of those rooms seem to be empty. If you really want to check it out, I'm sure Markov will be more than happy to throw open the door, or break it open, despite, there being no reason to.
Leave it to the Izzet to be in charge of destruction on all occasions. He was present during both grenades and destroyed a door.
He destroyed... I think at this point he's probably destroyed multiple doors.
Alright. How many of you will follow Graham?
I
I'll
positioned
follow
myself.
him.
Graham will sneak, though.
Oh.
And I shall keep my distance, for I am not sneaky enough for that.
Oh, wait. Why is... No, that's... No.
Oh.
I rolled that wrong anyways.
Well, it doesn't matter. Nim, you are, barking happily at something to hunt. And then it dawns on you, maybe you shouldn't be barking at the thing you're hunting. Yet.
He found a ball.
Alright, well, I will listen in on this, this, to see if I hear what I hear on the other side.
It sounds... Do you speak Undercommon?
No.
Goblins are chattering to each other, and you hear the sound of things being knocked over and broken.
Okay, Markov, you like smashing down doors. Here's one with something behind it.
Or, hear me out. I speak Goblin.
Okay.
Well, I really do like the door smashing idea. Let's go with that.
Just roll the damage. I'm not gonna make you aim for a door.
Just roll for damage.
Yeah, just roll damage. I'm not gonna make. I shouldn't make you roll accuracy for a door. You dent in it, and it almost gives way. And you hear screaming from the other side as you hear, "Get the boom booms!"
Don't worry, it's Izzet. I'm here to protect you.
Get the Marvel bones!
You're being protected by force.
You're being rescued. Do not resist.
There's the quote. All right, I'm gonna hit it again.
You're in danger. Do not attempt to resist rescue.
All right. So I'm going to reveal the room so that you can see what you're up against. And his comedic max damage will have quite the results, actually.
Comedic damage.
Hitting max damage.
As he knocks the door just directly forward. Like, there is no arc. It sails straight into Goblin 8. And sends that little bastard flying into the wall, sandwiched between the wall and what's left of the door now. Ah! So, everyone roll initiative.
Alrighty, right.
Damn, these goblins are fast. Alright, Nim, go.
We will start off with this. He barks again and launches a white bolt of energy. Do I hit?
You hit.
Ba-boom!
Oh, so you think that door would count as cover for it?
You'd think.
Punch your mouth.
It looks very hurt. But it also looks dazed, so it's not reacting as much as it could. Next.
Goblins. Goblins.
Yes, goblins. Oh. It's going to move over here. And it's going to attack Markov!
Maybe that's rude.
It misses! It shoots a short bow at you that pinks off your armor.
Oh, someone shouldn't have done that.
Fuck, run! Next, our goblin. He's gonna try and be brave. He's gonna try. He thinks he can get you. Oh! Zim, we need a critical miss. Is there some way to show my dice rolls? You should be able to see these numbers.
No, we should not.
Oh. Well. Alright,
It's
fine.
better for a DM not to share their rolls in case they need to fudge them.
Oh, fair enough, I guess.
What type?
Slashing.
So, melee?
Yes, melee slashing.
Voided warranty. Your weapon's damage is reduced by 1/2.
It brandishes a scimitar at you. And, it swings into the door frame and the edge curls in like a tin can.
For the
It looks at
record,
the sword and looks at you and seems very concerned now.
you can go to modifiers, the plus/minus in the upper right, and do half when you attack with them again.
Oh, yes, I've played with those modifiers when I was helping Markov get used to the system.
Again, highly appreciated.
Okay, Goblin 3 is going to try to retreat. However, there's a table in his way,
Oh no.
and he's going to try to push it to the side to escape out the door. No, he strains and tries to push the table, but by himself, he can't do it. He just can't do it.
Poor Goblin.
And Goblin 8 is dazed. He's waking up after being sandwiched in a door. Alright. On save. Nope, he's still loopy, like, oh God, help. Or whatever goblin deity these little buggers have. Markov! Over to you.
Cool. Well, I'm going to hit him with my hammer, but this time I'm going to use 2 hands with the hammer.
Ho. That hits. Oh, that super hits.
I thought the Warhammer had to be two-handed.
Nope,
It's
it's variable
one-handed or
like the longsword.
Oh, nice.
Ah, you baseball swing this little bastard, but he is clinging to life.
Please get out of the way.
Markov's just like, I wish to save you from
Remember
life.
to roll damage on the monster you're attacking.
Oh, did the damage not go through?
You have
Did
to
not.
roll it onto the token that you're attacking.
Oh, okay.
Or on the combat tracker.
Same with
you can
attacks.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I mean, you had already rolled the damage.
Okay.
But for future
I'll
reference.
fix that.
Yeah. Okay. Oops.
You're fine. Fact. He is not looking good. However, the goblin lives.
All right, librarian, let's see what you're going to do from way the hell back there.
Because someone didn't move up.
There's a goblin in the way.
Alright, Goblin 16. He's gonna try to help his buddy. Let's see how he does. What's your AC again?
Mine?
Yes, Markov.
18.
Do you still get your shield bonus if you two-handed it? If you two-hand your warhammer?
No, I don't
No.
think he does. Nope. He loses that.
For the record, you can go to your inventory, find the shield, and click the little bag icon or shirt icon.
In that case, I believe your AC is 16.
Oh.
Oh, he just barely manages with a 17. He's gonna shoot you. Ah, you've been shot with an arrow. Ow! Damn it! It's right in your shoulder. It's right in your. Admittedly, it's a diddly little bolt, but that hurts. Element, over to you.
This goblin is blocking the door, right?
Yes, it is standing in your way, but you could probably push your way past him if you really wanted.
You could attack him. He has half cover from the doorway. So I believe it's a 50% chance to miss.
How do I do that? Like
in modifiers or
no, actually, yeah, that is a thing. Just I'm not sure which one it would be, so just do the regular cover. We'll see how that works. Modifiers is the plus minus in the upper right.
There we go, cover.
Sure that's red, then roll your attack on him. So for the record, you've got a reach weapon, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
You could instead move here and stab through Markov's space with no chance of miss. Or, I mean, no cover bonus for him.
Wouldn't I be stabbing Markov like that?
No.
No, you can attack past ally spaces.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, never mind then. I actually didn't know that. That's good to know.
Yeah, it's why Goblin 16 didn't shoot Goblin 2.
Uh-huh.
It's a problem if you critically fail.
No, that's
because then you might stab your friend.
Yeah.
Oh
Why
no!
are you rolling with advantage?
All right, this. Well, all right. Roll one more attack without advantage, if you please.
Oh, it automatically applied the advantage because the goblin has unconscious on him.
Oh.
So you need to remove
That's right.
that.
Okay.
Oh,
And
okay.
set him back to his previous health.
All right, one moment. Oh, you people.
So do I have to reroll?
All right. Just hold on. There. That's the way it was. I'm removing the effect.
Yeah, I would say you'd have to re-roll because you rolled that with advantage.
All right. No, you turn him into paste. Would you like to describe your overkill of this goblin? You have overkilled him by just about double his HP on the dot.
Oof.
He only did 8 points of damage. How much did these things have?
7. And it took 6 damage previously.
Okay. Yeah, no, Element is just going to stab it just to get it out of the way. Nothing fancy.
And it is very, very dead. So I will remove it.
All right. Now it's Graham's turn.
Turn element.
5, 10, 15, 20.
Element.
Yes?
Pass the turn.
Oh, sorry.
Graham shall run up. He'll curse that little fucker. So That's right there. Effect. Curse.
All right.
And then...
There's no save for this, right?
No.
All right.
It is unavoidable.
But he can only use it once per day.
It's
I
once
see.
per short rest.
I
just have to rest to get it back.
You get a plus to attacking a cursed target.
I don't think I do.
All right then. You miss.
Hang on. I do extra damage. Yeah, no, I don't get a plus to that.
You give him a haircut, but you miss.
Little bastards. Wait! I can do a thing. War Priest!
Oh, okay. But go on.
That gives me a plus 10.
Hold on. Oh, my modules got unloaded. I'm pretty sure that is something that you need to announce before you know the results. Usually with those, that's the case.
Oh wait, no, that would be divine. Sorry, that would be my channel divinity. Let me just double check. After you see the roll. But before the DM says it.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, but he still hesitated long enough that it would have been passed.
Well, I forgot about it, that I had that. But anyways, regardless.
Is that your turn, Graham?
Yep, I guess so.
All right, Cray.
Cray's just going to 5, 10, 15,
Enjoying some
20,
tea back
30,
there,
40,
perhaps.
35, 40, 45, 50. He's going to stand right there. It's Nim's turn.
Alright.
Nim!
His fur is going to shimmer a little as little darts of force energy dart out at all of them. Bloop. Bloop. And bloop. Well, killed one. Didn't get the other. But I'm satisfied.
It's the thought that counts.
Oh, Goblin 8 has perished, so I will remove him. He died behind a door. Tragic. Goblin 12, champion boss goblin of goblins, is desperately trying to run away now. Very much trying to push this table to the side and out the door that it's blocking. Oh, he's made some headway. He's slowly pushing it to the side, but it's not done yet.
Do you mean Goblin 3?
Sorry, no, I mean Goblin 12.
Goblin 12 isn't anywhere near the door.
Oh, I placed them wrong then.
Goblin 3 is the one near the door.
There. I placed them wrong.
Why does it matter?
Reasons.
One probably has more health than the other. Or such other things, such as that.
Yes. Anyway, that's his turn. Goblin 3. Ah, you little prick.
He wakes up from his daydream where he thought he was near the door, working to escape, and then realizes he wasn't.
He's moving in. He can take this tiny rabbit. He hunted rabbits all the time. Oh. Nope.
You
He
have
missed.
influence.
Oh. Very well. Markov, over to you.
All right, I'm gonna make my way to Goblin 3. Yell out, "Is that your laundry in room 3?" And then I hit him with the hammer.
A gleaming endowment.
As I try and figure out where my character sheet went. Haha, I found it.
Good job. You did it.
Cool, we're learning.
Did it. Hooray. Oh no.
Oh, that is his laundry. That is his fucking laundry.
You may have found the laundry culprit. You may.
Roll for damage, I'd assume.
Roll damage. Put it on him. Put it on.
Yes.
He is paste. Paste beneath your warhammer. Because he did not roll well for health.
Someone should have done their laundry.
Nim is
Ears
going to whimper.
Suck.
Oh, that meat.
Not much good not really good for frying pureed meat. Is that all for your turn?
Oh, yeah, I'm so sorry.
This goblin, in a blind, absolute panic, moves over here and removes a very familiar canister. Oh, that's the boom boom they talked about. Markov and Graham, roll dexterity saves.
Fuck off with that bomb. Oh, no.
Alright, let's see it. It detonates. It's sort of piddly this time, though. But it's enough to certainly kill him. Graham, you take 1 damage. Markov, you take 2. This one was more of a firecracker, really.
For cool.
Element, over to you. Every goblin that fought is dead. There's one left, but it's actively trying to flee.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One moment. The range is the range is 120. Is that enough to hit from over here? With a javelin.
If each square is 5, then yes. That is within 120 feet of you.
Yes. You hit. Roll damage. Why? But it lives. This goblin looks healthier. It's also got a bag with it. It's also...
Well, barring a miss from me, probably not for long. Once Element's done with his turn.
Oh, sorry.
All right.
Graham, have at it.
My God, why, Dice? Why do you hate me today? I have a +5. A +5.
It impacts the javelin, and you think he's in more pain now, but you've not done any actual damage. You've just twisted it a little. He looks ready to cry. Why? I've done literally nothing.
Let's see. Can I? I don't think I can actually even get to him. Let's see.
Hello?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Red might rejoin you.
Damn. Nope.
Wonderful.
Alright. Nope, I can't do anything. So that's my turn. I pass it.
Alright.
Cray, do something.
End of my turn.
Cray looks at Nim. Cray looks at the door. You think they can handle it?
Probably. I think.
Goblins aren't terribly dangerous. Unless he's going to, like, walk inside. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I have to use 2 movements again just to get to here. And that's the end of my turn.
Nim!
Well, go here. And another radiant bolt.
Ah, damn it! I forgot about my channel divinity again.
You'll remember it someday. It's like the fighter's action surge, or the bard's inspiration.
Do I hit?
Of course you do. You blast him with radiant energy. And he burns under it. A very interesting reaction, actually, to see something like being cooked by radiant energy.
Ooh,
before he
I'm gonna
collapses.
have to figure out how to do this. More often, at least. I'm
I
gonna
don't
go
think
sniff
that was
at
an
the
average
corpse.
goblin.
Presuming we're out of initiative now.
Yes, the goblin has perished. And that was the last enemy here.
I open the door.
Nim is gonna sniff at the corpse.
Smells dirty, actually.
A wise decision.
I can probably work with it.
Like, really, like, dirty. But you could probably work with it, like, maybe if you smoke it out.
The corpse will just disappear into thin air.
What is?
What is what?
Oh, the corpse is gone.
Oh, no. I just removed them from the tracker because,
no. Nim is making it poof away into his saddle pack. You remember? Okay, so for everybody else, because we've had a few people that wanted to play noble animals, I came up with a workaround so they wouldn't be quite as behind other players in various aspects. So he basically has a kind of like a bag of holding, but basically it's more of a mini one that works off of like Skyrim logic, where you walk up to something, click a button, and it disappears into your inventory.
Yeah.
And then you can make it reappear right in front of you.
It's almost like it's the standard consequence of playing a feral animal.
It's what I came up with to work around it.
Fair enough.
It's more important that we all have fun than it is about worrying too much about details.
Yes.
When does that happen?
So, did we figure out what was wrong with this store that the goblin was trying to escape from?
That appears to be
There was a table.
back exit.
There was a table in front of it.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah.
They barred that to prevent people from entering, but it also kept them from leaving.
So it just led outside.
Yes.
Mr. Dusty, the DEM?
Yes.
I would like to open the door that I am standing at now.
Very well.
Graham will just be like, "Are you guys like now trying to start looting this place? Like seriously, people."
Now it's our turn to be goblins.
What you are standing in appears to be the kitchen, and the room Cray enters is a pantry.
I don't enter it, I just open the door.
Okay. The room inside is a pantry.
Anyways, we should probably head back and mention we've defeated the goblins.
Have we defeated all of them?
You want to clean up a little bit of your battle damage? There's also like goblin viscera and the remains of an explosion back in that first room. Also, the wall.
We're not working for.
We are not. It wasn't really part of our job description to fix goblin grenade explosions.
We are not the cleaning service, thank you.
We are not part of the viscera cleanup detail.
Our job was just to keep the building from like falling down. And besides that, Graham is now at this point tired of trying to herd this pack of cats, and it's just like, I'm sure our pay will be docked, but it's fine.
Why would it be docked?
Looks at all the smashed doors. Huh. I wonder.
We'll just blame it on the goblins.
The contract stated he would pay us 10 gold upon exterminating the goblins, with the preference that the building still be standing. He owes us 10 gold, and we will not get a single copper less.
And the building is still standing. Let's go get our gold.
Okay.
I mean, we haven't checked all the rooms, though, so I'm not certain we've completed our portion of the contract.
Alright.
You know, I'm actually really curious if Nim could have handled all these on his own.
There is a possibility.
Probably.
They aren't very strong, but they could have very easily ganged up on you.
Yeah, but I also have, you know, area of effect stuff.
Door.
I really do like the idea where we just throw the dog in the room and then lock the door behind us. And just let the dog Go
DM
ham on the
just-
goblins.
The DM casually just adds 20 more NPCs into the fight. Oh no, he's dead.
Oh no.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh
Why are you
no,
such a
goblin reinforcements.
The best card in the game.
Oh no, a legion of squirrels. 1-1.
Oh no, squalling.
Oh no, they're squirrel tokens. My mistake. A legion of squirrel tokens.
I opened the door again. Because no one seems to want to open these doors.
Well, some of them just lead outside.
Doors are
No,
Are
that's
you
the back
kidding?
one.
Markov has opened several. I've opened a few.
This appears to be the tavern owner's office. There's a safe.
Alright. It seems to be clear then. Just walks away.
I see safe.
Yes, you
like,
do.
No.
I walk back.
And it's a pleasure.
Graham would just be like, I think I would honestly prefer a job like herding cats compared to like trying to rein you guys into not doing crazy.
There's so many different personalities here.
It's adorable you assume you have a position of authority.
Graham is gonna kick you in the wait, no, you're a monk.
Yeah, use martial arts against the martial arts master. Great idea.
That's a wonderful idea. Do it.
No, Graham won't do that.
I have a knife.
Oh.
Wait,
Why?
no, I still got my channel divinity.
You could probably get a good kickoff then.
Maybe.
You just have to channel the gods themselves.
I'm gonna
I'm
kick
just
you
gonna-
I'm gonna kick you in the shin, man.
I'm just gonna walk away. I don't
Nope.
care.
Yeah, I'm kicking you first. Wait, I don't have a kick in. But anyways,
Why
I'm still
does
gonna
the rabbit not
I'm
have
still
a
gonna
kick?
hit you in the I'm still gonna hit you in
I'm
the side with
walking.
the butt of my sword.
I'm walking.
There he goes.
I'm going
I'm
outside.
walking here.
All right, 2 people are leaving out of the 5.
I hit Cray before he starts walking away. And just for the hell of
Dusty?
it, channel divinity, so plus 10 to that.
Okay.
Nim, what's
Dusty?
it? Nim,
Yes.
what's it? We should go.
Nim is
What is the
looking
name?
around for foodstuffs.
This is the office. The pantry was the other room.
Okay.
Graham is gonna shoo you away. Like, go. No stealing.
He's going to make all the carrots and potatoes disappear in his bags.
There is an ample number of carrots and potatoes, as well as salted dried meats and sausage.
You just see him like
Alright,
looking
how
around the
much?
room and going like all those, inventory item grabbed item sound.
Well, let me see. There is 5 pounds of sausage left out, and
Sausage, yes!
12 pounds of salted jerky.
And, Nim does appreciate, veggies and such, so how much of that stuff? We could just label it as assorted veggies.
Yeah, alright. There's
5 pounds?
yes.
Okay.
Now that you're reading the pantry.
Element is just standing at the door.
Hi.
Generous bestowal.
I like how we have two basically
Wait.
we have basically a police officer and a law librarian. They're just like, no, we're okay with all of this.
Wait, Element was gonna stop Nim from getting out.
All right, roll your acrobatics. Also, Bjorn and Maxie, I forgot to say it on voice earlier. Thank you both for those donations so much.
No, that's athletic.
Oh.
Sorry.
Have they reached the donation goal?
The donation goal was reached a while ago.
Oh. I wasn't notified.
I don't know. I think Element's big enough
right
that he
at the
could just
beginning of the
literally just sit
stream.
in the door. And
Sorry.
I don't think you could get around them.
I mean, Element, you can use athletics or acrobatics for trying to stop someone.
You asked for acrobatics.
Yeah, that's why I use acrobatics. But yeah, thank you.
Oh. He's a nimble dog. He's a nimble.
He is not a dog!
Yes, he is.
Dogo.
Dogs are those pitiful little things that bowed to these humanoids forever ago. Nim is a proud of
Who wants to treat?
Or bork.
Whenever Graham sees the tavern, he'll be like, the wolf raided your pantry.
What?
None shall see me. Though my battle
Oh,
may give
more
away.
influence. Well, as you're exiting, you see that the tortilla vendor has moved in front of the inn with his little cart of tortillas.
The tortilla vendor.
Yes, the tortilla vendor.
Venga, todos agarren tacos, venga por aquí, para allá. Vamos, ¿tú quieres uno? ¿Tú también quieres otro?
Yeah.
Sí, señor,
So-
señor.
Anyway,
Nim's gonna go up to the vendor. Hi!
Dos más.
That smell is... How does that smell?
Por favor.
Smells like tortillas.
But Nim has very fine-tuned sense of smell. He can tell
Roll
whether they are
perception.
good tortillas or not.
Roll.
these tortillas
perception.
smell good. Corn tortillas.
¿De quién es este perro mugroso? ¿De quién es este? ¿De
I
quién
want
le
a bunch
pertenece?
of them.
Roll perception.
Is everyone rolling perception or?
Is anyone else, or have people approached the tortilla vendor, or are they heading back to the inn man?
Heading back to
Or
the
tavern man?
Tavern man.
Graham went straight for the
Tavern
tavern man. It's
Uh,
like,
then,
job's done.
then just Nim. The tortilla vendor looks down and says, like, all right, a bunch. Is it?
Yes, I'm thinking 24.
You want these loaded or just the shells?
Does Nim know numbers?
Yes, Nim does know numbers.
Are you
The
sure?
K9 knows magic. Don't
So this
question his
particular,
ability.
so Nim here, I'm going off of, he planeswalked, I guess I should say for the stream as well. So those of you that have been around for a while will remember Nim, or might. from the old Friday game, where we basically ended with everybody dying. Nim was part of that group, and we came up with the idea that he planeswalked for the first time and wound up here. He really doesn't have any idea how this all happened. Gruul basically found him and were like, you should come join us. And he's like, okay. But he very much knows numbers.
After all, he can cook for some reason, so he knows his measurements too.
Oh yeah, he knows that. He also knows he knows a lot of things.
Then how does he not know how money works yet?
No, he knows how money works.
Okay.
He just doesn't really care that much. Though, to be fair, the before he left his original homeworld, he kind of sued somebody and wound up with more money than anybody could realistically use. So money was never a problem for him.
Well, that's different now.
I mean, he's still got plenty of money.
Oh, for sure.
I'll take them loaded and 24 just the shells.
Alright. Wait. You want them loaded, and then you want another 24?
Yes. So
Okay.
I can load them myself.
Sounds right. And he will start loading them. But with your perception check, you see there are other people approaching this tortilla vendor, and they don't look friendly.
I will protect this vendor with my life.
They're reaching into their pockets for something, and you think some of them might be goblins.
Oh no, that poor tortilla vendor.
Oh no, no, no. This tortilla vendor is a dire bear.
And let's, Nim's favorite line is basically, I wonder what you taste, well done.
For those of you who know the joke, thank you. He glances out as like, well, let's see, hold on. Is he making tortillas or is he spotting them? Oh, he's making tortillas.
There's some people approaching. You got some hungry customers, it looks like.
He'll hand you 2 loaded tortillas and look angry as he reaches under his cart and like produces a glaive.
Nim will munch one of them down quickly before looking at the weapon and then at the others. I'm guessing these guys aren't friendly, are they?
They want my tortilla recipe. My tortilla. Damn goblins. Always again and again. Always again and again.
We want your secret recipe, crabs.
They're coming to take my tortillas.
Hilarious.
And he will charge them.
Oh no!
Ensue battle that does not involve you.
Nim is going
would you like to loot the cart?
Oh no, Nim's gonna help.
Oh, wonderful.
Nim charges in with him.
It's quite the skirmish. We'll say that. Roll the attack you're going to do 3 times, and I'll roll some stuff.
Well, considering I've got an ally right there with me.
Yes. Oh, very good. Very good. Wonderful.
hamster is getting antsy.
You want
If we be
damage with that?
adventurers, let us adventure.
Yes.
And alongside that, I believe, let me double check real quick.
Also, how's Cray nursing that lump on his head? That lump on his side that Graham gave him.
Okay, I don't have the extra attack yet. Okay.
Alright.
So just those.
He's not.
This. Okay. It is an intense and very brief battle. As there are attacks coming from all directions, he's sweeping the goblins aside with his glaive. There are explosions everywhere. It looks like it's out of a Michael Bay movie. Like the ground is exploding under you, but you only use it to propel yourself forward. Grenades are everywhere. However, you are very fast and very nimble, and only get caught up in a few explosions just at the very edge. Your fur is a little burnt, and you've only taken 3 damage, but the goblins lay dead, and you and the tortilla vendor are victorious once again.
Isn't this the first time, though?
Is it?
Is it?
Yeah, is it really?
There's influence that has been redeemed. So, what kind of corpses are there here?
Goblins.
Goblins.
Goblins?
More
How
goblins. 14.
Ooh, that might be more than I can carry.
How much can Nim even carry? Because how much does a goblin even weigh?
How much does a goblin weigh?
Probably like 50 pounds. Maybe.
40 to 45 pounds.
Yes.
I can probably take one more.
You gotta remember, they're like the size of a small child.
Yeah, I can take one more, so I will loot them. Kind of look at the guy. You gonna eat all of these? Or can I have one?
Oh, yeah, sure. I've got other ways of dealing with these goblins.
Okay. And he makes one of them disappear. What does he find in the, after looting them all?
Not much. These goblins had clothes, some very poor quality scimitars, and some of them had short bows with like 3 arrows. But other than that, they're not packing a lot. They had grenades, but then they used them.
Okay, so, sorry, roommate was distracting me a bit. What did I find? Nothing of usefulness, did you say? Or?
Basically nothing of any significant value, because it was all basically crap quality.
Yeah. Low quality scimitars. Some of them had short bows with 3 arrows. They had goblin grenades, but then they detonated them. And other than that, just cloth.
Well, that's fine with me. I will, move back to the cart and wait patiently for the rest of my order. So that was fun. He'll eat one of the other tacos.
Oh, this is good actually. There's spices in this meat.
He likes it.
Anywho,
do you sell the spices separate?
No, I'm just a food vendor. My ingredients are my own.
Okay, fair. I understand.
But he will take care of your order and say, I shall take the fighting as payment. Enjoy your tortillas.
Why is he German?
No.
That's Hispanic accent, I do believe, or an attempt
Yeah,
at
It
one.
sounded.
No,
Well,
I did
also-
not.
well,
German
also-
sounds very different.
Well, also, I was looking away from the microphone, so...
Oh, okay. Anyways, Nim will reply with thanks, and then head off to find the rest of the group.
Farewell, you crazy wolf. Anyway. Tavern owner, looks pissed. And says, I thought I heard more explosions coming from the direction of my tavern. Is everything quite alright?
Wasn't the is it was not the
Building is still standing, and also, you could have mentioned the grenades.
Have you not dealt with goblins before? I said goblins. Goblins have goblin grenades.
Yeah, let me shake his head. I've never personally dealt with goblins before. No.
Well, what I'm saying is, your building is standing, and yeah, money.
His eyes are narrow. And he said, didn't you tell me I was robbed? Didn't you tell
Yeah. The wolf did that, not me.
The rest of us are not yet in violation of our contract. Believe me, you do not want to mess with contracts.
One
Listen
of
to
the
this-
members of your party was complicit, and none of you deigned to stop him from protecting my property, or from taking my property.
I mean, he's gonna come here. You can protect your own property. You didn't pay us for that. we're kind of we're kind of loosely associated. These people. Yeah.
I'm
no.
not associated.
We're each independent.
To be fair, he did report the stealing to you, which shows that he is not complicit.
Okay.
Perhaps he was simply unable to stop the thing.
Anyway,
I have no idea. This is the first I'm actually hearing of it personally.
Fine. My gold's in my safe. I'll go get it. And he'll walk back to his tavern.
Ah, good.
Graham shall follow.
Element follows.
A few of the party members have
I
been
shall
eyeing
follow.
that.
And we shall not say any names.
Do Nim and Silver finish their food before, or have they left
Yes.
the cart before everybody gets back to the tavern?
Probably. The tortilla vendor has rolled on his way, but there is quite the damage around now. Not on the building, but this lawn is torn up. But he walks inside and looks around, looking very unhappy. It's like, yes, damage is my favorite.
Well, at least you don't have to replace a building.
If the
At least you
foundation's
don't
gone, I
have to
will.
fight the goblins.
He brings up a very good point. At least you don't have to fight any goblins.
He'll walk into the back room and see that his safe is in fact still there and untouched. He'll open it and he'll take out his 10 gold. Or the 10 gold he promised you.
Promised
Take
each of
it
us.
and go.
Now, is that 10 each or just 10 total?
You were promised 10 each, but it seems like he may be trying to make you leave.
Hey, hang on. Hang on now. Graham is going to try to put on his most intimidating face.
That's a bunny.
He fails miserably.
You put a very adorable face instead.
You'll pay in the food that your companion took. Get it
I'm
from
not
him.
paying for what he took. You can take from his.
Believe me, I tried to
You're
stop.
lucky I'm still not an Orzhov Inquisitor. Or apprentice one, anyways.
Not still. You were before.
Believe me, I tried to stop him. I wasn't able to.
I'll pay the lawyer and he can leave. The rest of you can debate it. The rest of you.
Which one is the lawyer?
Me.
Ah.
Well, hold on. If you're paying me, I need to make sure that the payment agreed upon is the correct amount.
He'll give Cray 10 gold.
This
How
is
about
enough for my
the
payment.
rest of us?
Well, now that the lawyer's not part of this anymore, yes.
Oh, you're paying me to leave things alone. Okay, I see.
Well, I'm paying you, so you're done with this job and have no further relation.
That is true. I don't know if anyone else signed the contract. Listen, you especially, he says, pointing to Graham. If you mention something about being Orzhov, you always know to sign the contract. Come on.
Don't make me hit you again.
Is that your response to everything?
All right.
Apparently.
I'm working on it.
Nim and Silver are curling up outside, getting a small nap after their meal.
Where is that damn dog? Where is that?
Where is
Again,
that damn
not my problem.
Tails Emerald?
But we did the job, so you need to pay us. Unless you want us talking, especially, at least one of these guys is part of your guild. Do you really want him talking about to the rest of the guild how you stiffed us?
Well,
That
listen, if
would
any of
be
you are going
funny.
to consider pushing legal action or anything of the sort, I'm going to be at the Trans Guild Promenade if anyone needs me.
So
have fun
I'm
with
curious where I am actually, because I was right
You're-
outside the front and they would have come across me on their way back to the tavern.
Yes, very likely so.
Okay.
And you say it outside.
Well, yeah.
And the badger didn't see you, apparently.
Nim's just going to see Cray leave and just casually start walking down the street.
Also,
Nim will follow
remember that you
after
are
Cray.
all still members of the guild, and he is also an affiliate of the guild. And there
Of
was...
our own guilds.
Yes.
Nim will follow Cray.
Element, you are part of his guild.
Yeah, do you really want to start up trouble with the guilds? Because you know what happens when the guild when trouble starts up between the guilds. You really want that on your head?
Hey, Cray, I got some really good food. You want some?
You! You stole my food!
We're walking down the street.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, if he runs out and like chases after us, that's a different story.
Alright, how about another mission?
From
who are you talking
the
to?
guy who's stiffing us? I think not.
Literally has not paid for the original job. Hey, how about I hire you for another one?
I like this guy's attitude.
He's killed shit. Fine.
Enemy is going to close his eyes and shake his head. How shameful.
Get out of here and never let me see you around my tavern again. And he's going to pay the rest of you. Except for Nim, who is not here. Except for Nim.
He's got 320 gold. He doesn't really need more.
Ha! After that mission, I have 321. Mm!
I mean,
Okay.
yeah, I've got 321.
Looks like Frey found something nice.
Sorry, what?
Well, you sounded happy, we'll say that.
No, yeah, that was me out of character. Cray in character is still a bitch.
Right.
Graham will be like, see you later, jerk face.
See ya, dog lovers.
Dog lovers? Is that supposed to be an insult?
He was going to say feral lover, but that might be a bit much.
Again, it's just not our problem.
No.
I do wish we could have not damaged his build any more than we had to, but sadly the goblins didn't let us any choice.
I think it was more the door smashing. Because there was no stopping the grenades from going off.
Yeah.
Well, you have successfully completed your first mission.
Yep.
And you're each 10 gold richer, but one of you is food richer instead, and probably happier for it.
Well, with that, Graham will return to his guild.
Here's that Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Or wherever his guild resides, that's where Graham will return to.
As Cray and Nim are walking along and they're having the conversation, you therefore see in chat.
Yeah. Nim will say, yes, I can read. And this food came from the vendor that came by. It's really good. He said it was a loaded tortilla.
That does sound interesting. I suppose I can try one.
Hold out your hand.
He casually holds out his talony hand.
He'll make one of them appear in Cray's hand.
Actually, I think he has a feathery hand. Yeah,
Either
I think
way.
I went with Rito design.
Either way.
It is in whatever hand you have.
The appendage you use to hold things.
Fascinating.
The appendage you used to hold things.
Anyways, if you have the capability of reading, perhaps you should come to the library and read up on some of the guilds. You seemed rather clueless about them, and that can be dangerous.
Yeah, I just kind of popped into this place a while back. I'm not sure what happened, but sure.
But what do you mean popped in?
Well, last I remember, I was very wet, swirling around in the whirlpool and about to die, and suddenly I was here.
Fascinating.
The more I speak with you, the more you sound like simic experimentation.
Like what?
You'll read about them, trust me.
Oh, okay. I
You're
know
going
I'm
to
not an
read-
experiment.
You're certain?
Yes.
Could you remember things before the swirling water?
Oh yeah, lots.
Oh.
I got married, we became best friends forever. I wonder what happened to Shenzi.
You were bipedal before?
No. I've always been on all fours.
Huh.
As the librarian tries to decipher crazy.
Not crazy, just foreign.
Basically.
Is there a difference?
Yes. But yeah, we went on lots of adventures. I led the... I represented Salune.
Who?
The moon goddess.
Moon goddess.
She's the one that gave me the ability to talk like you two-leggers do.
I'm going to have to do some reading. I don't recall there being a moon goddess. At least not one by that name. He's just stroking his beak now, like thinking, like what books can explain this?
Ones written by a planeswalker are the only ones.
Ah, yes, the great books of Jace.
Jace.
Yeah, he's gonna bring him back and he's gonna start educating him on the guilds.
Which, of course, I, as the actual player, will need to actually learn that.
Neat. I literally did a whole bunch of like Ravnica lore studying so I could play a freaking lore keeper of this universe.
Oh, did you want to be co-DM? I didn't think so, but
I listen. We're in an established world. There's lore. I'm a librarian. I know things.
fair enough.
Gonna give the other
You are,
party
in
members.
fact, a librarian.
I'm gonna give the other party members a chance to do some roleplay now or something.
Yes.
Well, as the party really has no reason to stick together yet, I think most people besides Cray and Nim have gone their separate ways. Or at least return to their guilds, or the areas which their guilds control.
That will be quite the walk.
Yeah, that would be quite the adventure in itself.
Thankfully, some of you are situated in District 4. The
Guilds
Boros.
are just Boros?
Yes,
Isn't
District 4 is the Boros area.
Gotcha.
So, question. Were the people not from Boros basically like on loan to the Boros basically for this, or like how is this working?
Let me see. Where are my notes for this?
Because I'm trying to think of a reason why
What are you
our
looking for?
characters would be, still a quote unquote party.
Oh, you're not a party yet. Like, you would have you. It's
You're a
very
briefly one.
reasonable for you to split up and return home to your guilds and talk to your representatives, confirming that the mission is in fact complete. Maybe not with a content client, but a complete mission.
Well, son, I want to attach the dog to the line in the laundry room, but it's not. Will you please attach him to the line of the laundry room so that he can have a pee?
All right.
All right. Well, sounds like it's laundry.
More laundry, I hear.
Is the DM just gone?
He had to go.
I think it was called.
I think he
Oh.
stepped away.
Yes.
So,
All right.
Sounds
His
like
mom had
laundry.
things for him to do.
oh no.
Mother, please. Alright, I think we should go exploring in District 4 once given the chance. Because I, for one, haven't been to this district before.
Nim doesn't really care. He's off in the library, exploring. He does enjoy learning about these things.
For cool.
The first lesson would be upon the clan of the Gruul itself.
Those are the guys that told me I should come be their friends, right?
Yes, going by the little signet that you're wearing, he be moving to a sort of large book that seems to be like on the guild. It's got the various guild emblems in a circle around the front cover. He just opens a few pages and flip, 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 flip. You know, just... Ah,
Nim yawns.
the Gruul.
So,
Grant would
what
probably
about
head
him?
back. Sorry.
Oh, well, I mean, I think Cray and I can go ahead and go because Dusty already knows this part, but might be better for the rest of you to hold on for him to get back.
I return.
Oh, that works.
Welcome back.
Go ahead.
Welcome back.
Sorry, I had to take the dog out. Anyway,
Shall I continue
So-
or no?
what were you talking about?
I was about to give a little lesson on the Gruul for Nim and potentially the party and or viewers.
I was gonna say it actually might be a really good idea to give that background for the viewers as well, since they are so important.
Oh, definitely. Explain away.
Before and for a short time after the signing of the Great Guild Pact, the Gruul clans were a wild and noble guild charged with maintaining the wild places upon Ravnica. They were supposed to keep civilization in check,
civilization, and the other 9 guilds. However, the other 9 guilds eventually began to overrun every wild place upon this plane. And this, in turn, caused the Gruul to change who they were. As the wilds were torn down, so too were the Gruul's responsibilities taken from them. The Simic Guild claimed jurisdiction over seeing nature's future, while the Selesnya preached about nature in order to bring it into its own conclave. With the responsibilities taken over by those 2 guilds, they were seen as outside of the guild pack, and my own guild, the Azurius, began writing them outside of the law. And from outside of the law, the Boros were not required to protect them, and the Orzhov, in turn, were free to enslave them. The Gruul then decentralized, lacking any form of central leadership. The guild became nothing more than a loose affiliation of clans, and to this day is more of an identity than it is a true guild. Being exploited and ignored, they started to take any reason to cause chaos, any reason to destroy a symbol of civilization in hopes to return to a more simple era. Most Gruul hold contempt for those outside the clans, referring to them as cobble roaches, which seems unnecessary. It is common for those of the Gruul clans to raid an area and destroy it, similar to those of the Red Coast demons. Though, unlike the Red Coast demons, they have more purpose behind it besides wanton destruction. The places they raid and destroy, they live until the resources gleaned from that area are simply used up. Once that happens, they move on, doing yet another raid, as they continue a sort of raiderous lifestyle. They, to this day, observe few traditions, but still love to celebrate Rauk Chov, an irregular festival characterized by several days of rioting, feasting, looting, and destruction, which honestly doesn't sound terribly different from their normal activities. Of historical note, for a long time, an individual by the name of Borbrigimus was the largest and angriest of many large and angry clan leaders. He wasn't ever the official guild leader of the Gruul, because they can't do anything officially. And since there is little really detailing this about the guild, it's very hard to follow up on. But when he did give orders, the majority of the Gruul did listen, as his orders were in line with the rage of the abused guild. So they were normally happy to do nearly anything he said. With Bolos urging, the planeswalker Dormi Red challenged him and defeated the aging I can't say that word, by setting waves of beasts on the Cyclops. By the way, he was a Cyclops. Borborgiamus wasn't killed, but he lost the Gruul's respect. And currently he's living in as a Trug in the Rubble Belt.
Wait, he became a... what?
He's apparently a Trog in the Rubble Belt, or so the book says. Of course, I don't know exactly when this was written. He just flips through a few pages.
These people definitely do not sound like the kinds of friends I want.
They are rather free beings, so to speak. They're very much outside the law. Part of the reason I wanted to educate you on them is because they are very much opposed to many of the things I believe in.
Yeah, they definitely don't sound very good. I don't know if I want to be friends with them.
Of course, there's other pieces of history in here too, but I could honestly go on. There's 10,000 years of history to go over in here.
Do go on. He's just kind of sitting there, wagging his tail slowly.
This is a question. If Nim does not wish to go back to the Gruul, where will he go?
But the full 10,000 years.
He doesn't know anything else about the world, so, you know. Why not?
Well, he goes ahead. He takes the book and just flips the front half over to basically like the first page. And
all right, so in the beginning, there was a card game.
No. I actually had something set aside for this. Let me grab it real quick. Dusty, play a little tune or something while I'm getting this. DM, do something.
I'm already playing a tune.
Anyways, Graham would probably like report to whoever he reports to and just be like, "Man, the other guilds are just they just let in some really weird people."
What was your guild again?
The Selesnya Conclave.
Ah, yes, but you weren't born with them, right?
No.
Right. That.
By the way, for reference, what year is it? This is an important question for what I share.
That is a great question.
Remember whenever he told you about this in the beginning, where he couldn't really nail down a timeline because it's a messed up yarn ball.
I think for the period of time we want to be in, I think it's somewhere around 10,076, or at least, or plus or minus 10 years.
The millennial means 10,000 years, right?
Okay. I guess that's fine.
All right. Just checking.
You all are gonna have to make me. You all are gonna make me look at the magic timeline again, aren't you?
Yes.
Hey, I wasn't going to. It's Cray doing it.
Yes. What?
Because he wants to be a know-it-all.
Well, he's super excited for the setting. Why not?
I am.
So, it should be 10,000 years plus maybe 60, 80, give or take.
It's been 10,000.
All I know is I see Graham hitting Cray a lot.
Oh no.
So, to begin.
I see
10,000
Nim biting a lot of people. A lot.
10,000 years ago, before the plane of Ravnica fell under the name it does today. The plane was said to be completely basked in untold violence and brutality, with various factions constantly waging war against one or more of the others. In time, the peoples of that ancient civilization came to realizing that a never-ending war would ultimately destroy the entire plane. So a council between the 10 factions, which came to be known as the guilds, was held, with a leader, an individual by the name of Azor, suggested establishing a living, breathing enchantment that would end the violence and ensure the survival of the factions. While some of the order-phobic factions had initial disagreements, likely individuals like the Gruul, the other 9 leaders eventually concurred that such a pact was the best chance of survival and for the existence of Ravnica. Each of the 10 factions signed the new formed guild pack, And over time, these factions became known as the 10 Guilds as you know them today, or I suppose in your case don't know them today. The power of
Not
the
at
Guild
all.
Pact was... right. The power of the Guild... Well, you know about the Gruul now. The power of the Guild
Which one
Pact.
were the Gruul? Oh, right, the ones that I don't like. Okay, yes.
Supposedly. I've simply told you who they are. If you don't like them, that's your choice, which it's not a choice I disagree with. Anyways. The power of this guild pact that was formed 10,000 years ago was something subtle. It prevented any guild from dabbling into the businesses of another guild, or disrupting the stable power balance between the 10 by twisting circumstance and coincidence to nullify the disruptive guild, any guild's disruptive actions. While the Guild Pact was created to bring relative peace and prosperity, there are sporadic clashes between the guilds that still can occur. Despite any conflicts between the guilds at a particular time, though, the anniversary of the Guild Pact signing is continuously celebrated every year with a complete day-long festival, where all people lay down weapons and make merry. Which you might know of as the Festival of the Guild Pack. You do know about the Festival of the Guild Pack, at least, don't you?
No, but I like the sounds of it.
Good heavens. We've got a lot of reading to do. Now, there are some individuals within Ravnica that are not members of guilds. In fact, about half the population doesn't have a guild. However, the guilds will often find their way into your life whether you're a guild member or not. What with half the population being in a guild, you can't really blame them. Of course, many of the guilds often go about the streets parading their signs and like to show their various forms of pride in their actions and purposes. Now, there's a portion here that skips forward 10,000 years. I don't know why we're reading that.
The lost time.
All right, you've heard about the 10,000 years. Nothing interesting happened there. Let's move on. No, I'm kidding. Well,
I am okay with skipping to some of the other guilds.
Yeah, I suppose that's some good establishing lore. Let's get back to, I suppose, telling you about the guilds, as you may, I don't know, wish to choose one still. Of course, you could be guildless, but honestly, who would want to do that?
Didn't you say half of the population was already guildless?
Half of the population is
Yes,
guildless.
but if you don't have a guild, you're a complete nobody in Ravnica.
Basically, yes.
You're basically a hobo.
You're basically anyone in the middle class.
Oh, I see.
You're just some guy who goes to work.
Villager.
You're just some guy who goes to work. You do your job. You come home. You drink some booze. You sleep. You do it again. You are just at a dead-end job and you're just living life one day at a time. If you're in a guild, you're actually doing fun stuff.
I see.
Well, I suppose I can begin with... I got pinged. I suppose I can begin with the guild that I am, of course, the most knowledgeable of. At least, as knowledgeable as I can be. You'd be surprised how many laws there are in different sectors that don't correlate sometimes. I'm still working on memorizing all of them.
Okay, well, go on.
So, the Azurius Senate. We are known as the lawmakers of Ravnica, as may have been obvious via the explanation before of us writing the gruel out of the laws, or at least having done so at one point. I'm pretty sure the laws still apply to them. Maybe they don't. I need to check up on that, honestly. Anywho, we are a proud bureaucracy who keeps order in most of the things because somebody has to. We create the stability and rule of law that is necessary to keep everyone else in check. It can be a little
Says the
stressful.
guy who is just like, "You're free. Do whatever the hell you want."
Oh, I'm not an enforcer. I write the laws. I'm not going out of my way to make you follow them. The Boros will do that. Other such names for the Azorius, sometimes called High Judges. I'm a librarian, so don't call me that. We are, of course, the main form of governance here. We are, by all means, the mediator and controller of many of the other guild's activities. Even though most of it is countless decrees, even though most of our countless decrees are, for some reason, largely ignored. Which, I suppose that's life. Of course, we do wield real power. And many of the other guilds are aware that if we did have our way, there would be many changes. Our reach has, of course, waxed and waned depending on things such as economics, cultural trends, and other guilds' particular activities. Nonetheless, our Senate is the primary origin on every law in Ravnica. For the most part, there may be a few that maybe a Boros person wrote, but otherwise, the Azorius were very fond of lawmaking, bookkeeping, and lovely libraries. He says as he just kind of like glances back at the rows and rows and rows and rows and rows and rows of books.
So many books.
We continue a rigid system of governance, as it has to be applied to everything in each of the other 9 guilds. Justice is blind, of course, and that includes our most venerable Grand Arbiter, Augustine IV, who some... You know what? I'm not going to read that part. That's just slander. Who wrote
Hey,
this?
isn't knowledge supposed to be fair and open?
Yes, but this is clearly an opinion. Some people believe that Augustine IV, who is blind, is also blind to some of Ravnica's more significant problems, which... that's an opinion. I'm sure he's very well aware of them, and he's doing all he can. We make a lot of laws. We have to deal with 9 other guilds, and that's not including everyone else who's just kind of meddling their lives out there doing...
Nimbus tapping his paw.
To continue. We are, of course, the embodiment of law in Ravnica. Yes, we've heard that one before. Enforcement can be a bit of an issue. We often... What the heck was that? Sorry, I just heard a weird sound. I'm sure it's nothing. Okay. We often employ knights and hussars, but aside from a few powerful expectations, we don't really do the majority of our fighting, per se. A lot of the weaponry used by the Azorius is decorative, because it's mainly for ornament, rather than actual damage and fighting. And of course, the armor ranges from a glinting golden sunlight to Well, something that can actively hinder in battle. So, of course, the armor there. It's very much ornament. Field marshals are as likely to legislate against their foes as they are to fight them. Luckily, the Azorius tend to be masters of a kind of authoritarian magic, so to speak. We aren't all about the delaying power of bureaucracy, as much as I do love to filibuster any sort of fight. That being said, it definitely is part of our arsenal, don't get that wrong. At our strongest, we can compel obedience outright through use of the law of magic, eliminating the need for combat in general, and getting our way much in the same time. Our act of authoritarian magic is denying one permission to act. Therefore, we can stop people from doing crimes just by an act of magic alone. Of course, many take objections to our claims that we can simply force people to not do whatever the hell they want to do. But that's why we wrote the laws. Decorative weaponry and armor, or not, the Azorius are some of the best in Ravnica at using their magic to back up various claims, such as that one. The Senate controls some of the most learned mages upon this plane. Of course, given that we have a large keeping of the knowledge, that shouldn't be terribly surprising. These sorcerers, of course,
What do you mean by plane?
Plane of existence, of course.
He tilts his head.
What about that is confusing to you?
Plane and existence.
Well, if we're going to get philosophical about things, there are completely different books for that kind of thinking.
Okay.
I'm going to continue with the guild book for now, though. Okay?
Okay. Go on.
All right. The sorcerers within the Azorius, as I was saying, are often ones who advance our agenda to keep Ravnica from sliding into chaos by very much allowing very little to change that would do that. Of course, passing new laws, that's a good change. Of course, we also do command large cascades of royal knights, blah, blah, blah. I feel like I've already read this.
Go ahead.
Yes. Of course, the knight's stated purpose, as well as the sorcerers, is to protect the Senate and to keep order during debates and trials, which can get a little heated. But after those knights and various sorcerers, law enforcement is, more greatly than not, the Boros Legion's responsibility. We enforce the laws, they keep the laws. No, wait, we pass the laws, they enforce the laws. That's better. I suppose we do keep the laws too.
So you tell them you tell everybody what to do, and they're the ones that actually make them do it.
Yes. They are mighty soldiers of a just cause, to maintain order. They're those who write laws.
But what if you tell some people to do something wrong?
What do you mean?
What if you tell somebody to do something that's not okay?
You're not supposed to do that. That's against the laws.
Well, yes, but you make the laws so you can change them to be whatever you want.
Other people know what the laws are, and if we change the laws, we need to be changing the laws for a purpose. They don't just change on the snap of a finger. You know, it's a Senate. It's the Azorius Senate. It's not just one person. It is a Senate of people who decide these laws, whether they pass or not.
Okay.
So it's not like I can walk into some place and say, I think the law should be this, and suddenly the law is that. That is not what any of us can do. Nobody has that authority.
But what if all of you decide that you are the what if you decide that you outlaw all of the other guilds?
The guild pact does not allow us to do that. Or even if we did, I'm sure everyone else would ignore that one too.
Oh, well, okay. Carry on.
Anyways, where was I? The Senate, a section on the Grand Arbiter. I could potentially skip past that part.
I hope everybody else is okay with this.
I am.
Yes,
I'm fun learning.
it's an important lore dump.
Yeah.
Also, until we have another quest, the party probably won't reconvene outside of this, so we gotta fill in the time somehow.
We kind of need this. We need this.
Anywho, the Trias Politica structure of the Azorius Senate has existed since nearly the beginning of the Guild Pact 10,000 years ago, but has been theoretical and what? Has existed Guild Pact, but has been theoretical and that is. Who the fuck wrote this? It says in the book that I did not write this. It says in the book that the guild has been theoretical and unimportant for millennia, but that is not true. We make the laws, we are enforcement. I don't know what this book is saying.
I think it's like the difference between an actual scientist and a theoretical scientist.
Yeah, basically.
Like you guys make the laws, but you don't actually enforce them in any way, shape, or form, really. I think that's what they're getting at. It's like you make the laws, but you're kind of like not actually doing anything with them.
Anyway, with the dissolution of the Guild Pack and the rebuilding of Prav, the Azorius revivified the concept and has become deeply meaningful and reflective of the guild's structure and hierarchy. Of course, that's the dissolution of the first dissolution of the Guild Pack, I believe. But that is a whole different history lesson. But that is the Azorius. We're lawmakers. We make lots of laws. We keep lots of books. We have lots of knowledge. We make the laws, and we try to get people to enforce them. We have lots of mages, lots of very, very wise mages who help us with the law making. It's a guild of philosophers and thinkers and individuals who wish to govern, I suppose. They wish to make a difference through these various bureaucratic processes, given that they are the processes we have today and have had for 10,000 years. It is the best way to go about doing it.
Well, I guess if you say so.
It's not for everyone, though. It's perfectly understandable if that does not tickle your fancy, so to speak. Perhaps you'd be more interested in the Boros, though, as I have mentioned them. You just...
more page-turning sounds.
Silver is passed out and is sleeping.
Makes sense. A lot of people are pinging me from the side, and I'm just like, I'm reading a book.
Now, the Boros Legion is honestly pretty. They are quite fascinating to see in action, as they are often fueled with righteous fire from their angelic leader. The Boros Legion enforces their swift brand of militaristic justice. It's amazing to see them march in formation. The Boros Legion is the guild of righteous law and fierce justice, the most formidable military force on Ravnica. The Boros are efficient, self-assured, and zealous in the pursuit of their ideals. The Boros believe passionately in law. To them, it is the structure by which society functions and the roadmap for the community's health and safety, as it should be. Anything that violates the letter of the law, threatens the spirit of the law, or obstructs the enforcement of the law is considered the enemy of the Boros Legion. I am surprised that that individual from earlier did not try to kill you on the spot. In effect, anyone who disagrees with the Boros is an enemy of the Boros, which is why we get along so good.
These guys just sound like pricks.
No, they're enforcers of the law. They see the law, they say, okay, well, the law exists, and it exists for a reason. So anyone who's not following the law is going against that reason, and is therefore an enemy of the Guild Pact.
That is the truth.
And the Guild Pact is, of course, the one thing that is keeping all of us from killing each other like savages. Anywho, the Boros Legion believes in what they call a higher law, one in which righteousness is fire and justice is the light that shines from it. It's a very... You know, I think I'm starting to see what you're saying. The Boros are Ravnica's most formidable force. You said that already. Come on, book. Forces of its law. In practice, they tend to enforce whatever laws they feel like enforcing, not to mention a few that don't exist. What?
So they decide to just come up with laws. Exactly what I was saying earlier.
I'm going to want to find documented cases of this.
What
Maybe
about the
someone
guy
just
that
got-
we came across earlier?
What guy?
The tavern keeper.
He was Izzet. They don't count. Not for lawmaking.
Boros.
No, the tavern keeper was from the Boros Legion.
Oh, was he? Oh, shit.
Yes.
Blaming the is it yet again.
No wonder the tavern keeper swung at you. I thought he was Izzet for some odd reason, not Boros. That's just a mental skip on my part.
No, I just kept mentioning the Izzet because Markov was at the center of every bit of destruction.
Right.
Yeah, he was just a prick.
And Graham was trying to get the party to work together, but he's like, okay, fuck it. They just want to be like wild animals, let them be wild animals.
Honestly, you should have signed the all of you should have signed I don't know how you would sign a contract.
Nim raises one of his paws.
Fair enough. I suppose that would probably legally hold up in a court of law.
This is how I signed them back in where I came from.
Either way, when it comes to basically anything, unless it's the Orzhov, you want to be very careful with the Orzhov. I should tell you about the Orzhov next. They're one of the most manipulative clans there are. So it's important to be aware of them. Oh, I need to tell you about the Demir. So many clans. I might have to start paraphrasing. Anywho. So, yes, apparently some of the Boros, probably more of the self-righteous ones, try to take the law into their own hands a few times, but more often than not, they seem to be pretty within the lines.
Well,
letting
yeah,
people who's
whenever the
probably
lines are convenient for them.
It's also like for the Boros, it's also like the difference between like military law and like civilian law. They're military law. It is swift and vicious for tiny infractions.
Well, the Boros Guild combines community devotion and the occasional autocratic overzealousy with emotional fever and occasional blind rage. A potent combination nonetheless, given the fact that the Legion holds the position of law enforcement in Ravnica. It is a guild very much about combat, more than all the others, which may be surprising for those of you who have seen the Red Curse in action. I don't know who I'm speaking to, because you have never seen the Red Coast. Dear God, that must be great. You don't know anything about the Golgari or the Red Coast, or some of the Simic experiments?
As you continue, you can just see his eyes glazing over.
Anywho, he says, just trying to get his attention back. So it is a guild about combat, but combat to defend and preserve the higher law spoken. Down from its archangel guildlies are known as Razia. The look and the feel of the Boros stems from its militaristic nature, of course. Its creatures are very much heavily armored from head to toe, those being the beasts of war. Yet they are often decorated in sun symbols reflecting the guild's power structure and devotion to the angel who leads the guild. Yes, an angel leads the guild, you heard that right. Or is that too boring for you? Anyways.
It doesn't really matter to me.
The Boros don't just employ humans...
I wonder what the angel meat tastes like.
That's a dangerous line of thought. Anywho, the Boros don't just employ humans and fighter types as everyone believes they do. However, its military order applies equally to wizards and clerics and more exotic beasts, such as its order following, but still combat feral, giants, minotaurs, and rocks. They employ some fierce creatures in battle, and it is quite the sight to behold. The Boros, unlike the other guilds of Ravnica, has a top-to-bottom chain of command. Most other guilds have various other forms, but a chain of command is something that the Boros has that is, of course, as just mentioned, incredibly rare. BRB still listening. Okay. From the tips of the wing of Razia's helm to the armored foot of the Boros recruit, there is a power structure in place. This structure is an element of white that the Legion absolutely needs to contain and focus the passion and fire of its red side, so to speak. It is a lot like Razia's sword, crackling and dancing with chaotic flame, but still held straight and true by her sharpened blade. Angels exist in a separate echelon that supersedes all Boros or Wojek hierarchy. The Wojek are a bit of a different subject, but they are related to the Boros, or part of them. It's something I'd have to explain later. Though the angels do not involve themselves in day-to-day ongoings of the guild, the angels are there as sort of an inspiration, direction, and occasional righteous muscle. Any angel of any status outranks all mortal Boros members and may utilize any Boros magical ordnance. The angels themselves are organized into several ranks, being war leaders, fire mains, battle force angels, and they all reside in a great aerial hall called the Parhelion. During times of crisis and war of the Ravnica surface, the Parhelion docks itself upon the flattened roof of Sunhome, a place I'm also going to have to explain later. The highest power band amongst the Boros mortals is that of the guild mage themselves. For the Boros, the guild mage is a profession that merges religious devotion, arcane mastery, and military might. The guild mage receives word from above and passes it along to the commanders of the Boros army and the League of Wojek. Guild masters have access to all Boros spells and equipment, though combat magic is their mainstay. According to Boros tradition, guild mage is the only rank that may initiate contact with their angels. However, Aurelia has recently relaxed this restriction, as she believes in effectiveness above historical precedent.
So they put one group of people above everybody else? That doesn't seem right.
They're angels. Angels are a different form of being, unlike you and I as mortals.
I'm familiar with angels.
Then you understand.
Not why they get to be above us all just because they got born an angel.
I don't really know if angels are born. That's kind of the thing about it, though. They're these celestial beings. And to be honest, if they wanted to do things of great destructive power, I would prefer to have them on my side rather than against me, so honestly, at a certain point, it just becomes moot. It's more of a being that we have to work around, with, or against. And of those options, I prefer them working with us, and as long as they follow the Azorius laws, hopefully that shouldn't be an issue. Anyways, the next chapter is about this Lesnia. They might be more of the type you'd enjoy if you like that whole natural thing.
I mean, yes, I enjoy nature. It's much more comfortable than these buildings. They're always stuffy.
I mean, the city expands expansively. It's you're going to have to get used to it, I'm afraid. Though
I do have to say, you guys make great pillows. I like the pillows.
Thanks.
I love these nice reactions.
Imagine being called a pillow, though.
On about the Selesnya Conclave. The Selesnya Conclave is a vast interconnected commune that constantly strives to recruit new members, valuing the strength of the whole over the individual, their conglomerate. The Selesnya Guild sees itself as the voice of Mat Selesnya, a mysterious consciousness that they believe to be the manifestation of nature itself. All within the guild are considered mouthpieces of that singular voice, and they seek to expand their guild by evangelicizing their message and adding members. The Selesnya message is personal as well as public. Individuals must silence their own consciousness in order to hear the will of the guildmaster, a three-headed dryad who is the spiritual transmitter of the Mat Selesnya.
But that's not Slune.
Moving on. Originally, the guild was directed by the Chorus, a group of ancient dryads. The Selesnians made it their mission in life to sow the seeds of their beliefs wherever they can. However, this also involves deafening these seeds wherever they take root. The main reason why they have conflicts with other guilds. So it's a conflict of beliefs, so to speak, and trying to very much press their own. The guild subsumes the identities of individual members, transforming them into instruments of the conclave. Some citizens think that the conclave is as much of a cult as the Rakdos, which... they might not be all that wrong, but it's very different from how they compose themselves. Every member is a fanatic to the cause, of course, and conformity is not demanded, but it is expected as a matter of the course. No one is sure whether the conclave actually brainwashes people or not. I doubt it. But many members certainly act like they do, which seems unnecessary. The Selesnya has an immense reach with this sort of following that they've made. The guilds spread across Ravnica. Each settlement, called Vernadi, is a small commune built around a central tree and led by a dryad leader. The Vernadi expand outwards towards the Vitsugatsi, and all are connected through an underground network of roots between the trees. Selesnya members also domesticate what on other planes would be wild, untamable animals. Even on such wild animals, Selesnya even outfits... What? That seems like a grammatical mistake. Selesnya even outfits these animals with extensive metabolic barding here as necessary. What? That seems like a typo.
They awaken animals.
Basically, so to speak, there are a great many animals that the Selesnya have given a similar sentience to something I've seen in yourself. It's not uncommon, actually.
Well, mine was given to me by Sarune.
What?
You keep saying that name, and I'm going to have to look through the books about that name, but I'm going to do that later.
Salune is the goddess of the moon. She's
Okay.
the one that empowered my fangs here. And he gives a big grin, and you can very clearly see the two front, much longer ones that are glowing.
I mean, that seems just as easily some form of... What's the word? I'm missing the word. Illusion magic.
Enchantment.
Yes. No, the illusionary magic. I'm trying to say that looks flashy. But I don't know if that actually means anything, no offense.
Oh, well, give me a magical weapon and I can take the magic out of it.
We don't just have those lying around.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying, that's what I can do.
Okay. Next we have the Simic. The Simic Combine is Ravnica's steward of nature and the wild. Its mission is to preserve the natural world, even as Ravnica's cities continue to grow and have a bit of a role in industrialization from some guilds. The guild seeks to protect the elements of the plane that are incompatible or mutually exclusive with its overpopulation and urban conditions. The guild uses magic to coax new morphologies into existing creatures as well, to combine traits from multiple organisms, sometimes into one. Some of these are unique creatures that can't reproduce, and a few do multiply and become sometimes part of the guild's fabric in and of itself. You'd be surprised how many creatures you can find in pet stores these days that weren't existing even a decade ago. The emotionally distanced relationship that the Simic biomancers have with the rest of Ravnica society, though, makes the common man usually wary of the guild, thinking them as crazy mutant makers. Even with this reputation, the Simic makes up the physicians of Ravnica, and so that injuries and illnesses are taken to very reputable biologists. The Simic are very much the backbone of a sort of mix of natural and, well, unnatural in some cases theology. They're very much learned individuals, though sometimes they just go a little too far and can create interesting creatures.
Like a city-devouring blob.
So you're talking about them making abomination things?
Sort of.
I think it was the blob thing with all the teeth and eyes, and just kept whispering weird things.
Well, the original purpose of the Simic Combine, of course, was to preserve the health of all Ravnican life forms, all of them. And they were, of course, heavily devoted to the study of life, medicines, and biomancy. But just as life can adapt, so did the Simic Combine. The Guildmaster at the time was dissatisfied with the original purpose and decided to try and take on a new purpose, and that is to improve upon life forms of Ravnica. For this, he created what are called cytoplasts, a biomagical mass of just living tissue appearing as a blue-green globule of sorts. Those globules convey genetic information to and from any life form they come into physical contact with. I would not recommend you getting near one. Unfortunately, though, the people of Ravnica very much do not want to be approved to undergo surgery required to receive various benefits, such as Simic members and prosthetics. So a new version of Cytoplast was eventually made that only needed to come in contact with a host in order to bond with it. This allowed the guild to improve upon Ravnica without needing their consent necessarily. Again, I just recommend staying away from those things if you see them.
It definitely sounds like something I don't want to mess with.
I would very much hate for you to see another one of yourself with some weird mutations. Anywho, that is the majority on the Simic. Moving on to the next bit, which I believe is going to be about the Is-It that I believe that Dragonborn was part of.
Yeah, I was about to say it's getting kind of late and towards the time that we usually stop, so
Yeah.
you might want to power through the Is-It.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and power through these. Don't worry. So the Is-It in and of themselves are of these various obsessive experimenters, the epitome to a keen creative intellectual combined with an unfathomably short attention span. The original mandate of the Is-It Guild was to provide solutions for public work projects such as sewers, boilers, roadways. Eventually they made elevators, but their experiments often produced mana geysers, spiritual rifts, spatial rifts, or arcane portals instead. As of late, their guild leader, Niv Mizzet, has driven the Is-It to delve deeper and deeper into more dangerous and experimental magic for whatever reason. The purpose of these experiments, though, is unknown. The servants of Niv Mizzet, who make up his personal court, are referred to as the Ismundi. Niv Mizzet uses this court to guide his machinations to keep him abreast of the happenings of the wider world. The Ismaginus are the most powerful members of the Ismundi court and typically has 5 to 7 members, sometimes being kept secret. Even members of the Ismangus are not privy to Niv-Mizzet's highest level plans and goals. So that's the Izzet for you. Any questions?
They sound kind of fun, but no questions.
They're dangerous, but I could see the fun in it, yes.
But also the magic nerds of the world. Well, magic and science, like pretty much if it has to do with magic, science, or pretty much anything, they're learning it.
Next we have the Golgari. The Golgari, known as the Swarm, is the guild that fuses the opposite values of life and death, fostering growth in Ravnica's decaying communities, but also fostering decay in some places of growth. The various elves, zombies, insects, and undead plant hybrids of Golgari are like one massive, growing, feeding organism in and of itself, collectively spreading across the plane wherever it can fit. The Golgari provide a necessary service in Ravnica in that they dispose of the carcasses that the civilization leaves behind, and mysteriously they also provide sustenance for the forgotten and the needy. Not going to think about where that comes from. They are the scavengers and decomposers of the fringes of the food chain, but yearn to be the predator at the very top themselves. The Golgari Guild is organized more like a single organism rather than a collective. It has a nucleus or nerve center that drives the direction and growth of the guild, elements that collect nutrients and convert them into usable resources, defenses that resist and fight off foreign bodies, and an instinctual drive to survive, reproduce, and overcome. So that is the Golgari for you.
None of these people really sound very good.
I mean, everyone has their ups and downs. It's not... Speaking on a guild as a whole, there's always going to seem to be flaws in the sort, but when you maybe see some of the guilds more in action, it won't come across as harshly as what a pure book would say. Though, of course, books do give a good bit of information. So these are things to maybe consider once you interact with these various houses. Now on to House Demir, which is something you need to be aware of. House Demir are those in the dark, slick corridors of the Undercity, where they lurk in an unfathomable network of their guild. House Demir is Ravnica's dark but fairly open secret. The people know that Demir exists, but they like to
Would your
pretend
guy know about Demir? Because aren't they like just super secretive?
I'm reading from a book.
I know, but would your guy or the Senate like know about the Demir?
Well, let me continue reading. The people know the Demir exists, but they like to pretend like it doesn't. The Demir is a guild of the Guild Pact, is therefore one of the 10, and is therefore publicly known. The Demir's role in Ravnica is to provide covert secrets that other guilds can't or won't, using secrecy as both a weapon and defense. Demir is hidden even from itself more often than not, as spies give more or less each other counterintelligence and try to keep secrets from each other, using pockets of covert agents who are aware of only a few other contacts. Demir agents tend to leave no trace, sometimes even destroying memories of witnesses to their crimes, and even going as so far as to eliminate their own memories of assignments. The current guildmaster is a shapeshifter who goes by the name of Lazav, though it's doubtful anyone has ever seen his true face, and it's doubtful that is even his true name. Moving along. There's also the Cult of Rakdos. Another one to be aware of. The Cult of Rakdos is a large group of hedonists, sadists, criminals, and psychopaths under the leadership of an immensely powerful demon. The Rakdos cult combines the destructive urge with one's desire for pleasure. That being said, you shouldn't need to be terribly afraid to go to a Rakdos cafe or even carnival, as they are kept somewhat in line most of the time. Its members are usually sadistic and cruel simply because it's fun for them. They give in to every form of hedonism, and while they can provide hedonism for others, they can also give in to their own urges and instincts. Oftentimes...
I definitely think I want to destroy these guys.
Oftentimes, they go to extremes for entertainment and personal enjoyment, which are often their main form of goal. They want Ravnica to bow to their whims, and they want to get everything just the way they want. Or, do that to whoever is walking by. To them, it's all fair game. They are, by far, the largest... What's the word? They usually like to ignore our laws, and are usually the cause of most of the Boros Legion's calls that aren't directly accident-related, usually. Anywho, moving on. We're almost through. We've done Azurius, Boros, Demir, Gruul, Golgari, Izzet, Selesnya, Simic. That was the Red Coast. Finally, the Orzhov. Alright. So, the Orzhov are somewhat similar to the Azurius, but have more of their own personal agenda. The Orzhov Syndicate is Ravnica's guild of business and mercantilism, where the values of black and white meet, and sometimes the dead exist solely as capital. Nearly every business in Ravnica ties back to the Orzhov in some way or another, mainly because they are the main individuals who push on that form of capitalistic nature, so to speak. While they bear the facade of a religious group, and may have been a true faith at the signing of the Guild Pact, they now only worship profit and power. The Orzhov Guild is founded on the beliefs that wealth is power, that structure breeds wealth, and that guilt creates structure. Which to some degrees has a shred of truth to it. The guild is a combination of religion, credit lending agencies, and in some cases crime syndicates, for those who are trying to be more of opportunists in their guild. An ostentatious hierarchy of priests, enforcers, and ghostly counselors rule over the congregation of sometimes guilt-bound loyalists, indebted ghosts, and occasional thrall servants. Should somebody be in debt to them, God help them, that person must work off their debt even beyond death. Many Orzhov Guild members believe that their actions are necessary for making Ravnica the best they can be, and they are unscrupulous in their methods of seizing power. Most Ravnicans see the Orzhov as a corrupt organization, but many are attracted by promises of wealth, prestige, and longevity, as they do have these powers, strangely, over life and death. Longevity is certainly a true potential possibility from them. Their white flavor is exemplified by how they have a strong sense of tradition and community, despite some of their traditions, reflected by the fact that they still partake in all of the other ancient rituals and customs despite not being worshipped not despite despite those traditions not really worshipping any gods. Is also symbolized in how they hoard their wealth, but are shown to share with family members or close friends. They are not all entirely heartless. Honestly, none of these guilds are all entirely heartless. But this is sort of the senses that the guilds present, so to speak. Their black flavor, however, can be seen in that they regularly deal with the dead. They never really give to charities, so to speak, and continue to violate the spirit of the law to make their own ends meet, which can be bothersome for someone who writes laws. The Orzhov also know how to create thralls out of remnants of simple past debtors. Very much into the necromancy sect of magic. If you're making a deal with an
I think
Orzhov...
Shinzi liked that. She liked making best friends forever.
Sounds like she was Orzhov.
No. We didn't have anything. We didn't have those there.
Anywho, that is a sort of brief reading, very brief, incredibly brief, just to give you a good idea, of the 10 guilds of Ravnica. And, of course, a brief reading on the guild pact signed over 10,000 years ago.
Oh no, somebody left.
Graham said he had to go to bed in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We won't be going for much longer anyway, so...
Right.
Well, that's definitely a lot to think on.
Oh, easily. There are 10 guilds after all, and like I said, that was a very brief reading of them. Some of them have done some very great things. Some of them, well, all of them, in truth, have some of their faults. Even I, as an Azorius librarian, can see that, well, bureaucracy is a wonderful thing, but sometimes it can get in the way of things. Just because an individual is a member of a guild doesn't mean that they solely adhere to the beliefs of that guild or the general consensus. Everyone's an individual after all, except for maybe the Selesnya. That one is still up for debate.
I'm kind of liking the Grulal still. At least they're the kind of the least of the evils there.
What about the Azorius?
Which ones were those again? The
lawmakers.
Dryads? Oh, the lawmakers. I don't think you guys have enough guidance. Enough people checking over you.
That doesn't make us evil.
Well, no, I didn't say you were evil.
You said the Gruul sounded like the least evil. And they're individuals that go around plundering and pillaging every single day. Honestly, I'd be willing to bet that, despite some of the weird dealings of the Orzhov and their after-death contracts, and some of the Izzet don't seem terribly evil.
Well, not exactly evil, just... they've got their bad sides.
A magnanimous dispensation.
Right, I'm just saying that the Gruul, being individuals that are largely unstructured and just do just a lot of raiding without really any direction or meaning anymore. It's your choice, I suppose, but you started off seeming very much against them, and
yeah, but then you went on to all the rest, and they kind of... the Gruul are more simple.
They are a very simplistic folk. If that is
just
what
have
you're looking
one
for.
simple goal, They just want to make sure nature is preserved.
Well, no. That's kind of more the Simics deal. They just go about that in a slightly misunderstood way. Of course, some could also argue that that's the Selesnia's goal as well.
Which one was the one that did the mutations?
That's the Simic.
Yeah, the Simic are... They meddle too much. Nature can really find a way on its own, but the Simics, those guys are... They meddle.
Like I said, it's a little bit misunderstood. That doesn't make it bad. And again, these are just brief readings of each of these guilds. What they are in actuality is vastly different depending on your experiences and who you see in which guilds. Like, this is just a black and white interpretation in a book written... He just looks around the book again. I really don't know when this book was written. And by who. It seems to have some recent connotations in it. Nonetheless, though...
I think I'd stand a better chance of trying to get... At least trying to get the Gruul to go about it a better way.
I mean, if you're going to try to redirect an entire guild, that is your prerogative.
I think I can do it.
Very well. It's going to be a long journey.
I think that would probably be a good place to call it.
Yes, please.
Sounds like a wonderful place to end it for the night.
You guys done with that 1 hour lore dump?
Oh, no. 1 hour and 11 minutes. I timed you.
I liked it.
Beautiful.
I actually hugely appreciated it. Also, Mana, a huge thank you for that donation. Seriously, thank you. A $50
I hope those
donation.
I hope the viewers at home aren't too bored with their reading, at least.
I liked it.
I had fun.
I mean, at least it wasn't just reading. It was a little bit of back and forth.
I tried to throw some flavor in there for the character reading things over.
You did well. But everyone, thank you all so much for joining us this evening for the first stream of Guild Tales Dungeons and Dragons. I apparently forgot to make the logo brighter so it doesn't fade into the background like that. Oops. I'll fix it for next time. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Twitter, Patreon, all those things there on the website, as well as down in the description below. Do consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also support it by donating directly or by checking out our merch store and grabbing some stuff off of there. You can find links to that on the website and in the description. But for now, thank you to my patrons, donators, and subscribers. Thank you all so much for joining, and I bid you the most fondest adieu.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Oh, I will be back tomorrow with more streaming, by the way. We've got Halo Reach, followed by something else that we'll figure out when we get there. Have a good
All right,
night,
then.
everyone.
Good night.
Good night.